A recent poll by Investors by Market Watch reveals the top 4 money worries that are keeping people up at night. Everything from stock market swings to fears about job security are in there. And with all the uncertainty right now, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed. So let's break down what's really happening and how you can protect your money. Money and business expert Derrick Kinney is with us today to help do that. A lot of people losing sleep these days, Derrick.
They are, Jason. Good to be with you. Hopefully, we can let people sleep better at night knowing what we're about to talk about.
All right. That's worthwhile listening right there. So, Derrick, this survey showed that a big fear right now is, can I still retire comfortably? What's the first thing that people should be doing right now if they are worried about retirement? Let's say they're approaching it here.
Well, there's a lot of anxiety right now. People have worked 20, 30, 40 years, and now they worry about, will they run out of money? Not the plan that their advisor told them retirement would be like. Here's what you want to look at, especially right now, because there's so much uncertainty around tariffs, economic policy, interest rates, just the overall global economy. If you don't need to spend it, don't. If there are purchases you can postpone or delay, better to keep those seeds planted in the ground than rip the flowers out and they never bloom again. And if you take too much out when you retire, you're not going to get that back, and that may cause you to have to go back to work, and nobody wants that.
All right, so hit the brakes a little bit there, especially during these uncertain times. Another worry, Derrick, is whether it's the right time to buy or sell a home. I've heard this from so many people because we've been seeing what prices have been doing, especially here in North Texas. We know that those rates, those mortgage rates, have not been going down. In some cases, from week to week, we see them actually surging. How should people be thinking through this decision right now?
Keep in mind, most housing prices tend to go up in value, and a couple cheat codes on this. If the neighborhood has nice established trees, if it's been there a while, there's typically less risk of the neighborhood losing value. So that's tip number one. Number two would be, you want to buy the house you want and don't base it on the rate. You can always refinance down the road. As interest rates do gradually come back down, rates tend to follow within a short order. So you want to buy the house, make sure it's affordable, but keep in mind, if you do have an income that likely will go up, you may want to buy a little bit more house. Surprising advice there, because the values may go higher as well. You don't want to lock into something too low, but make it affordable. And if there's good trees, probably a good time to buy if you can afford it.
All right, let's get to number 3 here now, Derrick. Many investors asking if they need to save more or cut back their spending. How can someone figure out the right move for that situation right now? Because, and I know that this can vary from person to person, but a lot of people are, having that question sort of in the back of their minds right now.
A lot of people are making good money, but it feels like they're living paycheck to paycheck, and that's very, very frustrating, especially people that want to go from middle class to millionaire. How do you do that? Right now, you want to divide every expense into 2 categories, required versus optional. Required to be your mortgage, your car payment, electricity, groceries, the activities for the kids. Anything outside of that, ask yourself, do I really need to spend this right now, or can I defer that down the road? Also, what I call capture and keep, Jason, we've talked about this many times, has helped our viewers save a lot of money. Call your insurance company, homeowners insurance, even the cable company, cell phone company, and say, look, I'm considering changing. Can you give me a deal to keep my account? And then capture that money, put it toward highest interest rate debt to help you get into an even better financial situation.
All right, and let's finish out with this now, Derrick. With all the economic uncertainty right now, we've talked about this a few times. Job loss is a real concern for a lot of people. They see layoffs happening. Maybe they hear some rumblings at work or have seen it happen where they work. What steps does someone take right now to try to make themselves more financially secure if they are not feeling totally secure about their job?
Yeah, nobody wants to feel stuck and feel like the victim. And if you don't know what's happening with your job, you can easily feel both. What I suggest people do is update their resume and specifically focus on their cover letter. Don't identify yourself in what occupation you're in, but what problem you solve. Even if the world does slow down and the economy suffers, everybody doesn't go out of business. There's always opportunities there. But especially in tight economic times, Jason, people want to hire problem solvers that will help them make a profit, not just fill a butt in a chair. If you can be the problem solver, you're likely to make more money. Then you've got a choice to make: stay or make more money. Two good decisions to choose from.
I like that, though. Don't just be the person who is filling a chair in the office. Derrick Kinney, thanks so much for being with us today. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jason.
I hope that helps some people sleep a little easier.